We're here in the DePauw post-match with head coach Deb Zellers alongside players Haley Bitzer and Suzanne Peters. Coach, a tough match, a five-setter. It's a shame there had to be a loser in that one. Just talk about down 2-0, back to even, and it really could have gone either way.
Yes, first of all, I'm looking at these stats and they couldn't be any more even between the two teams. Us hitting a 193 hitting percentage, them a 195. Our blocks were very even. Our digs were very similar. We thought it was going to be this kind of match.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were very evenly paired with Ohio Northern, even though we were a 6th seed and they were a 3rd seed. We had played them earlier in the season, and I just knew that it would be this kind of a match based on personnel. We have a different style of play, each team a little bit, but the overall levels of the team I thought were very even. Being down in the first 2 sets, I didn't really feel like we had gotten to our play.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that is all credit to Ohio Northern. They're very well coached. They have a good team. We have a lot of respect for them. But just in terms of our side of the net, I didn't think that we found our flow of play. We saw some glimpses in set 2, but it wasn't really until set 3 that we relaxed. I think the more tired we got, the better we got in our play because it relaxed us a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Suzanne, Haley, there's no clock in volleyball. It's a unique game. You got to win a certain amount of points, and you guys proved that. Down 2-0. Coming out for the third set, down a couple sets. What's going through your mind and thought process as you kind of just clawed your way back point by point?
We were definitely ready to fight, and we knew we had to step up our energy big time. But that's what made it so fun to go back out there, because we knew what we were doing wrong. We knew how simple the solution was in order to get back on top, and we really showed it the 3rd set by not really letting them in at all. And that has to do a lot with our energy and our teamwork in that.
Mm-hmm. Haley?
Yeah, like our coach said, we were confident going into the 3rd set because we just hadn't found our mojo yet. And then once we got that spark, the 3rd set it just felt like our kind of volleyball. So I think that in the 4th set, we just played our way, and then they just couldn't. Our energy just really dominated the court. So I think the 5th set was a heartbreaker. It's as close as you can get.
Mm-hmm.
But we definitely fought really hard to come back in that game.
Match high 20 kills for you. What was working?
Wasn't me, but
huh?
That wasn't me. But thank you.
Whoops, my bad. Match high 20 kills for you, Suzanne. My bad. Well, just individually out there. I mean, I know it's a team game, but what was working for you so well is you kind of got it going there in the midway through the points.
I was just hungry for the ball, and our passers and our setter was getting it to me, so I knew I just had to keep putting it down if we wanted to keep the momentum going. So once that momentum gets high, it's hard to stop just swinging away. So I think that was working for me.
Mm-hmm. You played Northern earlier in the season. What was different? What surprised you? What stayed the same? How did this one compare to the last one?
I think we expected them to go to their middles a lot,
mm-hmm.
As they did the first time we played them. We thought we had some adjustments that could help to minimize the impact of their middles, and I know that they both had high kills in this match as well. Some of taking away the ball from the middles is our aggressive serving, our own aggressive offense. Those two things do that, and that's where we were able to equalize them to a point in sets 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then set 5 is tough because it's a set that you don't want to make as many errors in, and so sometimes the tendency is to get a little hesitant, but that hesitancy feeds right into their game plan and getting the ball to their middles, which is a tougher defensive play. Mm-hmm. Their number 13, Chelsea Hubert, in particular, her hitting percentage was very high, and she led them in kills in this match. So we knew that was going to be part of their game plan, and we practiced for that, and we tried to prepare for that. And we did a pretty good job in sets 3 and 4 of executing our better defense and keeping the ball away from them. But all credit to Ohio Northern. Again, we have a lot of respect for them. They're a great program and a very well coached program. I'm proud of our team for how we fought back,
mm-hmm.
and that's what we talked about in our locker room. It would have been very easy when we weren't feeling like we were playing well, when our backs were against the wall. We were putting some pressure on our shoulders. The national tournament sometimes does that to a team, but we just kept talking about having faith in our team and our ability to be able to come back. And I think that we had faith in one another because we've done that in other matches. and we showed that we could do that, and so I'm really proud of that fight, and a couple of bounces here and there, and we would be on the other side of the coin in this match.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coach, just overall, obviously tonight the result is a tough one, but this team as a whole, what have you loved about this group this season? You get off to a good start, and then right before conference you went to a tournament, you struggled there. I think you lost two out of three or 3 out of 4, and then they regrouped and they went on a run in that second half of the season all the way to the tournament final and the NCAA, and then of course getting another NCAA tournament. So a lot of positives. What have you loved about this group?
Ooh. I love that they fight. I love that we had our backs even against the wall early in our season in terms of our overall goals. Our goals weren't just to make the NCAA tournament. We had larger goals in mind even than that, but I knew that we were a very dangerous team all year long, and I continue to believe that this team of ours could beat anyone. So that confidence that I've had in them, our ability to score offensively, this is the most potent offensive team that I've had, and that is very exciting because your ability to side out is very high, and when you can side out high and your hitting percentages are high, it's a different level game. And so I guess what I've loved most about this team is that we fought, and even though early in our season we did have some bad losses, we learned from those. We kept going. We didn't get down on ourselves. We didn't start really pointing the finger. We got better, and we dug in and we got better. And I think that our season and what we did over the course of the season was very much like this match. We were down early and we kept fighting.
I guess last one for you guys, Suzanne and Haley. Just what's it like, the experience of playing an NCAA tournament, representing not just yourselves but your families, your school, kind of on a national level?
Yeah, it's incredible. Being especially the only fall sport this year to make it to the national tournament. So far, football's still playing, but it feels great.
Cross country. We got to give some nods to cross country.
Cross country.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's okay.
But it feels great. As a senior, we've gone 3 times, and that's an amazing thing that I couldn't ask for anymore, except the 4th. But yeah, it's been a great time. We really appreciate everything, every experience that we get, and since we had to work to get a bid, and we didn't just come in from a conference win, I think that made it even more special.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's always a fun experience with our team, and we're always ready to fight, and so yeah, it's been I've been twice now, so yeah.
Cool.
It's the biggest thing that we talked about coming here as a team, to really appreciate the opportunity. There's so many teams that did not make the NCAA tournament that are good teams. There are a lot of student athletes who don't get to in their 4 years that they're playing, and so that feeling of being grateful and looking at the larger perspective of things, the growth that I've seen in our players, in that appreciation of the opportunity. We wanted to have a lot of fun in the experience and really take it all in, and I think that we accomplished that. Yeah. Even though we'd like to be playing longer.
Yeah. Well, thanks for your time. Congrats on a great season, and best of luck in years to come.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.